Good day, class. We will talk about nucleic acids. So, nucleic acid is one of the biomolecules. We're done with carbohydrates, lipids. Now, nucleic acids is very important in genetic information. Nucleic acids has two types, the DNA and the RNA. So, why do we need to study nucleic acids? Again, it stores genetic information, and these genes are very important in life. So without DNA, no phenotype. Okay, so let's talk about the structure of nucleic acid. So a nucleic acid has nucleotide. So this nucleotide has the sugar, which is a pentose sugar, a phosphate group, which is PO4, and the which is the nitrogenous base. Nitrogenous base is divided into two groups, which is pyrimidines and purines. So for you to easily remember what's pyrimidines and purines, pyrimidines has Y. So those are cytosine, thymine, and the additional uracil for RNA. And if you look at the structure, it has one ring only. Now, if you look at the purines, purines has two rings. Now, these two rings, no, um, is the unique structure of the purines. So, purines has adenine and guanine. Now, what's the difference between the DNA and RNA in terms of the sugar or the pentose sugar? If you look at the structure, the DNA has deoxyribose DNA. So the sugar present in the DNA and RNA is ribose. Now in DNA, it has or no presence of oxygen. Now the oxygen is removed in the ribose structure, which creates, no, where it's named as deoxyribose. Now, this makes our nucleotide. So remember, nucleotide has three components, nitrogenous, the sugar, or the ribose sugar, or the pentose sugar, and the phosphate group. So these are the three components of nucleotide. Now, if we're talking about the nucleoside, it's just composed of the nitrogenous base and the sugar. Okay? So hydrogen bonds is very important. Why? Because this is where the nitrogenous are bonded together. Nitrogenous are bonded together. So, in terms of bonding between guanine and cytosine, guanine and cytosine are bonded together. Adenine and thymine are bonded together. This is called the Chargaff's rule. In Chargaff's rule, there are always a pairing of the purines and the pyrimidines. Why are they paired? No? Because of the presence of hydrogen bonds. Okay. Now, if we have this gene sequence or genetic sequence like 3 prime, A T C G G C G A T T A 5 prime. Now, how about its complementary base or its pair base or base pair, yung kanyang kapareho? Now, DNA is anti-parallel. So if the direction is 3 prime to 5 prime, now if it will synthesize or replicate a base, so this one will be 5 prime, then A is partnered with T is partnered with A, C G C T T. Then we have 3 prime. Now, this has bonds. And this bond is called hydrogen bonds. Okay? So, this is Chargaff's rule. No, purines and pyrimidines bonded together. So, this creates the helical structure of our DNA. Now, it has also a bond called phosphodiester bond. So this phosphodiester bond is the bonding between the ribose group, the ribose sugar, and the phosphate group. Now, it's also another reaction, a dehydration reaction, because you will be creating or forming water. Okay. So, paano nagkaroon ng 5' to 3'? Again, the counting. So, the counting will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 carbon has an attached phosphate group. Then at the third carbon, this is where the hydroxyl group is attached. So this is where the direction is, or where it came from. So the 5' to 3'. So if this is 5' to 3', the other strand of the DNA will be 5' to 3'. That's it. Okay? So the essence of the DNA and RNA is to store genetic information, and RNA is very important in creating protein. Now, what's the difference between the two? DNA is a double strand, meanwhile, RNA is a single strand.